Hey everyone, we are back. I'm about 5 days into having the Bronco, and as you can see, it's pouring out. I just got home from work. The other day, I was getting the howling mirror. So I stuck my hand out around it like that, and that seemed to get rid of a lot of the noise. So I figured I would fill this seam. So I took some old carbon fiber wrap I had sitting around, and I went over the seam all the way around. So I did both sides because I'm weird like that. I can't have it on one side, not the other. But I was only noticing the howl, and it wasn't super bad, just mildly annoying, coming out of the driver's mirror. So I did both, just a 1-inch wide strip of carbon fiber wrap, and that got rid of that. Also, I was having a little spare issue. With this spare, it was about an inch and a half. I needed an extra inch and a half away to have the bump stops connect with the door. So I was getting some weird creaking sounds. I checked a bunch of things. I checked inside the panels. I checked over here. I checked everything I could around. Could not replicate the sound. I thought wiggling the bump stops around, I thought I was able to replicate the sound. So I took them out, but it was still there. So that leads me to this 88-pound tire and wheel on the back to here. Without those supports, was having the tin ping and make a bunch of funky, rather annoying little sounds. It is, I guess, an aluminum tailgate. So it was making that weird popping, pinging aluminum sound. I took the wheel off, drove it around for the last day or so, and that sound was gone. So it's got to be the bump stops. So I was thinking, came up with an idea to extend the bump stops because I couldn't find any available right now. So I got some 1.5-inch rod, wooden rod, channeled a little countersink in the sides there. First blood. And those fit inside of here. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a little tiny screw, plastic screw that you can back out, and it thins this out so you can pop them out. So the way this is going to work is this is going to go back in. This is going to slide in. I've already pre-measured, cut them to hopefully the correct length. And then a couple of 1.5-inch chair bottoms that I trimmed 1/8 of an inch off of go over top of that. So you have a little bit of flex. I think that's a little shorter, so there's a little bit of flex in the rubber to make it so it's not horribly tight, but hopefully tight enough. And I'm going to throw this back together and put it on the truck, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so they're in. You just got to push them in, push the screw in, tap those in fairly lightly, and these, I should probably shut the door for this. Just gonna fit on like that. Voila. And there's your extra 1.25-inch bump stops. Cost like $7. It's way cheaper than the $50 that they're asking for at the for other bump stops, and we don't even know if they work. So I'm going to throw the tire back on, and we'll see how it works, and then we'll go for a test drive. All right, well, they're in. Doesn't look like they're deforming the tire very much, just enough. And that panel looks good. Pretty solid. And this side, can't see shit. It looks about the same, and I'm not really worried about that wood in there because the rubber, I left the rubber a little bit longer, so when it compresses, it shouldn't really let much moisture in on the wood. But yeah, now it's time to go out and see if that got rid of that creaking in the rain. I'll report back in a minute. Alrighty, let's go for a test drive. Oh, and I noticed if you leave your emergency brake on and you just go to take off, it automatically comes off. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Still a little something there, but it's not near as bad as it was. It may get worse again. I may have to come up with another idea. But yeah, I'll have another look at it. I'd taken it up for a previous test drive and it wasn't making any sound at all. Maybe that was because the rain was making it so I didn't hear it. But yeah, we'll see. Well, it seems to have helped a fair amount. I wish I had trail turn assist. That would be pretty badass. Even cooler if I didn't install it on video. Oh, by the way, you can't stall it. If it stalls, when you put the clutch in, it automatically turns back on again. And then you can just take off. So there's that. If this video is even still recording. You'll be able to hear the tiny little tinning sound on the video. Still sort of there. That might be the rain too, though. We'll see. Maybe I'll try loosening the spare off just a little bit. But did make it way better, so that's a good thing. So if you're getting the tinning sound, or you need extra bump stops because you put on a zero offset or other wheel, you can do that. Chair bottom caps and wooden rods stuck into the end of your other caps and your other tire stoppers, pump stops. Seems to work pretty good, and it's stable. I'm not really worried about it anymore. Now if I can get rid of the little tiny obnoxious tinning sound completely. But this did make it way better. So when the tire was off, it was totally gone. So it is from the weight of the tire being on the tailgate. So that's that. Alright, I'll be back with some more videos later. Take this thing off-road finally, instead of just around here. And see how it does. So far, thumbs up. Great stuff. And it's going to be my fishing vehicle. So that's going to be fun. That's starting up in the next couple weeks. Alright, take care guys. Bye.